Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jeanette, I'm the Project Junkie. I love to crochet all kinds of things, and you all might have seen my little short videos with my poseable little frogs, and they're so cute and easy to make. And of course, if you don't want them to be poseable, you just don't have to add the wires in it, and they're still like a leggy froggy, and they can still be, you could still put like a safety pin in them and pose them or play with them. They're just so darn cute. I'm going to try something different with my booth this year. Normally I just do a one and done, but some things are just so darn cute that you've just got to add more than one. And that's these. I just love them. I think I've made like 12 of these now. A couple of them have already sold. But these are the poseable ones that I'm going to show you how to make today. We're making this little brown guy. It is beginner friendly. They're not difficult to make. They are fun. So let's get into the video. For this tutorial, you will need your crochet hook. This is a 4mm crochet hook. You will need safety eyes, and these are 12mm safety eyes. And they also have two little scraps of fabric that I've cut a hole in the center. We'll need a stitch marker, a darning needle, your safety eye setters if you have those. You will need a pair of scissors, a lighter, a pair of tweezers of some kind, some glue, wire cutters, a pair of pliers, and some craft wire. This is 22 gauge craft wire that I got at Joann's. It's just florist wire. It's not very thick. You will need whatever color that you want to make your frog, and I'm using the Big Twist Posh yarn that I get at Joann's, and this one is just brown butter. You will also need some white. This is also Posh yarn from Joann's, and you will need a little bit of black for some accent colors. You will also need some kind of tape. Duct tape will work, electrical tape, Scotch tape I'm not sure will do so good. This is just painter's tape. You will also need a little bit of stuffing. Let's start with the wire, and I just unroll this, straighten it out the best I can, and I'm going to start with 16 inches, and each one of these squares is an inch. So I'm going to start with 16 inches, and then I'm just going to fold that until I get the amount that I want. And I have used what will be 6 pieces. I've folded it over 3 times. Then you cut the wire and make sure that these ends are trimmed in. So I folded these, and I take the ends, and you can see the ends are kind of sharp. And I'm going to tape these ends up so that they do not cause any hazards in case some child wants to buy my poseable frog. I'm going to do this for both of them. Make 2 pieces. They're both 16 inches long, which is slightly longer than what you'll need them to be. I'm not quite done with that tape yet, but that's good for now. Then we're going to start with the toes. Toes are very simple. I have a slip knot. And we're going to chain 2. And then go back into that first chain and make a single crochet. And then we're going to just pick up every loop until we have something that resembles a ball. We don't want this very big because our frog's not really large. Kind of leave a tail. You need to make 12 of these. 4 of them you need to leave a long initial tail and an ending tail. Not real long, maybe 6-8 inches. And the other 8, tie the ends together and trim to make a little ball like this. For each leg, you need 2 little balls and a ball with 2 5-inch tails. You need 4 sets of these. Then you can set those aside. Then we're going to start with the eye, and whatever your frog color is, we're going to start with a magic ring. We're going to put 8 single crochet into this magic ring. Hook those together. And then a single crochet in each stitch for the next 3 rounds. Okay, when you get around to that last stitch, just do a slip stitch and leave a long tail for sewing. And you need to make 2 of these. With the tails in the back, I hold my eye and then I put this safety eye right into the middle of this eye so that they're in the same place. Or turn this inside out. I use my glue, put a bead of glue around that, put my small patch of fabric around there. And I'm going to add just a little bit more glue on top of that and add the back to my safety eyes. Now I got these off of Etsy and they are a game changer. I love these. They were, I think, $14. Well worth the money. Let that dry for a little bit, and then I'm going to burn the back with my lighter and smash that flat. Make sure that glue is dry because it is flammable. And turn these right side out, and I stuff the small tail right back up in there because that's all the stuffing that this will get. It's really all it needs. And there are your frog eyes. You can set those aside. We're going to make a leg. Start with a magic ring. We're going to put 8 single crochets into the magic ring. And for the next 19 rows, we're going to do a single crochet in each stitch. Turn that right side out and keep going. And I'll meet you back here when I have 20 rows. When you get to that last stitch, do a slip stitch and finish off. You need to make 2 of these that are 20 rows, and you need to make 2 of them that are 14 rows. This is for the arms and the legs, and you can set those aside. Starting the body, we're going to do a magic ring and put 8 single crochet into the magic ring. Row 2, we're going to increase in each stitch. You'll have 16 stitches at the end of this row. Row 3 is a single crochet and an increase. Repeat this all the way around. Row 4 is 2 single crochet and an increase, and repeat that all the way around. Row 5 is 3 single crochets and an increase, and repeat that all the way around. Row 6, we're going to start with 6 single crochet, and then we're going to grab the first leg. Stuff that tail in there, and right here where we finished off, we're going to put our crochet hook right in there, and we're going to single crochet 4 of these stitches from the leg to the body, right like this. This is what it'll look like. Then you're going to crochet 6 more, we're going to attach the second leg in the same way, right there where we finished off. Going to single crochet those next 4 stitches, right like this. Now it looks like this. We're going to single crochet to the end of the row. Row 7, we're going to single crochet in each stitch. When we come to this leg, we're going to pick up the first stitch on the leg for the front of the leg. Now, every time I do this, it adds 2 stitches because I don't want holes at the edges of my legs. So I end up adding 2 stitches. See, because the next stitch is actually clear over here, and that would leave a giant hole. So I hook into this first stitch right here, and into that crack on the leg to cover this hole. And I do the same thing on the other side. And then single crochet. So for the next row, row 8, we're going to take out some of those stitches. I'm going to single crochet 3 and then decrease. This is what we're looking like. Row 9, and I believe we have 36 or 7 stitches in this row. Now we're gonna single crochet 8 and then decrease. Okay, so you should have holes for the legs. Row 10 is going to be a single crochet in each stitch. Next row, and do a single crochet in each stitch. Row 12, 13, and 14 are going to be a single crochet in each stitch. So for the next 3 rows, and I'll meet you back here when I get finished with that. Row number 15, we're going to decide where we want to have our arms, and I usually like to put them to where they're just right above the legs. So we're going to single crochet 5. And then we're going to take our arm, and where we did that slip stitch, we're going to insert our hook into the next single crochet, and we're going to crochet that leg or that arm right into there using the next 5 stitches. Right like this. So what it'll look like. And we're going to single crochet the next 9 stitches. And add this arm in the same way. using the 5 stitches to attach it, and make sure that our arms are in the right place. That looks good. And then we're going to single crochet back around to the beginning. Okay, here's what we've got. Now we need to take our wire pieces and our pliers. We're going to take this end and we're going to roll where it's pretty good and tight like this, but we don't want it to come through our stitches at the end of the leg or on the hand. So we're going to roll it like this. Take some more tape and put that around there. And that is going to help us slide it into the foot, because it is a little bit tight down there. You want to slide this all the way down to the bottom of the foot, keeping that wire as straight as possible. Do the same thing with this one. We're going to push this one down the other leg. Okay, now we're going to, on the inside, we're going to meet these wires up here in the middle. This, and we're going to twist these. And it doesn't have to be twisted tightly. And making sure the wires stay down in there. And then we're going to take this end of the wire and make kind of another little circle. Keep up the end. We're going to put that down this arm. You may have to spread these apart to get that all the way down in the arm. If you have any short points, make sure you bend those back down in. Push this down in this arm. This is what it should look like. And now we're going to do an aggressive decrease all the way around this top. So we're going to start with 2 single crochet and a decrease all the way around this top. Keep in mind when you get over here that there's that potential for the hole. Like that. Remember, we're going on the top side of the arm. This is what it looks like so far. And now we're going to aggressively decrease again. Single crochet 1 and a decrease. All the way around. Okay, now you want to carefully stuff your frog body behind the wire and in front of the wire. Some of it spill over onto the sides of the wire. You want to fill it up, but you don't want it to be super duper firm. You still want it to be snuggly. For the last row, we're going to decrease in every stitch. Get around to the beginning, do a slip stitch, and leave a long tail to sew on the head. I do not stuff the arms or the legs because it interferes with the posability. So now we're going to take our little toes, one of the strings on the end of the paws or in the end of the arms. You're going to take and make a couple of stitches into this little ball that you made and come out the other side and take one of the other little balls at the bottom of it, stitch this ball into place, this side tail, and just come up somewhere in the middle up there like this. Take the other tail and sew on another ball. And hide those tails inside that arm. Sew the toes onto each of the other arms, and I'll meet you back here when I get that done. Okay, and there is our frog body that can be posed. Moving on to the head. We're going to start with the head with a magic ring, and we're going to put 10 single crochets into the magic ring. Next row is an increase in each stitch. You'll have 20. The next row is a single crochet and increase all the way around. Should have 30 stitches, I believe, when this round is done. Row 4, 3 single crochet and an increase. Okay, the next 2 rows are going to be a single crochet in each stitch. And I will meet you back here when I have these completed. Okay, now we're going to start in for the top of the head, and we're going to add the brown color. This gets just a tiny bit tricky, but it's not bad. We're going to hold both the white and the brown together. We're going to stick this in here and grab the white and finish the stitch with the brown. And just do a single crochet all the way around, just like this. Grab the bottom and finish it with the top. Now you can cut that white thread, notch your body color and your chin color. The next row is just a single crochet in each stitch with the body color. This is what we should be looking like. Next row, I'm going to do 3 single crochet and a decrease all the way around. Next row, we're going to single crochet 2 and decrease all the way around. Okay, the next row is, you guessed it, 1 single crochet and a decrease all the way around. Okay, there's what we've got. Now we're going to stuff this. Now we're going to decrease in each stitch. I'll pull a decent sized tail there. Then I'm going to stitch this hole closed. See where this meets up over here? I'm going to bring this up through there. Just kind of clean that up just a very little bit. And then it's not going to hide it. But it's just not going to be quite as noticeable. There, so we're kind of looking like we got a nice donut there. But I promise that's not what it is. And now we're going to take one of our eyes. And find the back. I'm going to place the eye just over to the side, that center where we just closed it. And we're going to stitch this on. Bring that out the same hole as that other tail. I'm going to set this on here right like this and stitch it on just like the other one. Make sure your eyes are on there like you want them to do. Sometimes they twist. Kind of gives them a crazy frog looking face. Stick this tail in. Bring it out over here. And tie the tails up. Then I like to add the mouth. This generally like from the corner of the eyes to the corner of the eyes. And I just hook my crochet hook in there. I leave a little bit of a tail so I can tie the ends of the mouth together somewhere else and hide the tails. And then I just single crochet right between those joining stitches when you first change color. And I just leave a tail long enough to meet up with the other side. And I get a little bit of white accent yarn. This is for the eyes. I usually just come up somewhere through the nose, or what will be the nose. To put some light around the eyes. I like to use the black, come up under the nose to make a nose. And the mouth. Then all that's left is to sew the head to the body. Being careful to have the head on straight. Start your stitches. Check to make sure your head's still where you want it to be periodically. Make sure you don't have any holes and gaps that you need to go back and fix. There's your Poseable frog. Isn't he just the cutest thing? I just love these little frogs. So cute.